We are Brooke and Gary, and this is our floating home, One Life. For the past week, we've been busy sharing our crazy sailing lifestyle with Gary's sister and brother-in-law in Bocas del Toro, Panama. But now that they are back in Boston, it's time for us to get moving again.
While Marley and Scott were here, our propane stopped working on the stove. So now that I have some time, I dug into it, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it's the solenoid valve because it's extremely rusted, and the valve, this part, is supposed to slide up and down to open and close that, and it's not moving. So tomorrow I'm gonna go to the hardware store and see what I can get to fix this. All right, I'm in town. Brooke just dropped me off at the dock, and I'm gonna go to the hardware store here and see what I can find for propane fittings. Unfortunately, the solenoid valve is definitely bad, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to find a new 12-volt solenoid valve here in Bocas. So instead, I'm gonna go try to find some fittings to just bypass the solenoid valve, and then we'll just have to manually turn the tank on and off when we're using it or not. So, see how this goes. Well, as expected, I did not find a 12-volt propane solenoid at Toto Comercial, but they did have a whole bunch of brass fittings, so I think I'll be able to put it back together. We'll see when I get back to the boat. How our propane system normally works is this is the regulator that mounts to the tank. So it goes on here like this. And then this end of it goes to our 12-volt solenoid, which shuts off the line up here in the propane locker. So if there's any leaks in the system, it can't leak down into the inside of the boat. But since this is out of commission and we can't get another one here, what I'm gonna have to do instead is put this little coupler on that I found at the hardware store, and then connect that other end of it straight to the propane hose that goes to the inside of the boat. So that'll just mean that we don't have the safety of the solenoid valve. So every time we use the propane with it set up like this, we'll just have to come up here and turn on and off the tank. But hopefully this gets us up and running again until we can get the right parts. All right, it is all put back together. So now we just need to open the tank manually when we want to cook.
Well, now that we have rested from Marley and Scott's departure, we need to get our butts in gear and get ready for our next big thing, which is getting the boat ready to head to Cologne.
We're going through the canal.
Yeah, so we have a lot to do and a lot to get ready, and one important thing I'm working on is provisioning. So right now I'm just going through all of our cabinets, kind of re-evaluating and re-inventorying what we have and what we need, and then I'm gonna update my spreadsheet and see what we need to buy.
We're going shopping!
Huge provisioning run today, and we are picking up
our new crew.
Yeah, so super excited to have them come shopping with us and show them how we provision.
The water's so clear today, I can see a starfish right off the side of the boat. Right there. All right, before we go, we gotta launch our dinghy.
Sometimes simple tasks like going to the grocery store really make you question your decision about living on a boat.
Oh shit. Don't go in! Oh, what the?
What?
Well, the other GoPro fell in the water when I was handing it down to Brooke, so she dove in head first for it.
And now I have to change before we go to the grocery store.
She's absolutely soaked. So now we have to unlock the boat and start this process over.
Meet our very first crew members, KK from Germany and Jelena from Switzerland.
We met these two backpacking besties while volunteering at the recycling center in Bocas. They were looking for a way to get to Panama City, and we were looking for line handlers for the canal. We decided they would be a great addition to One Life for a couple weeks.
Nothing is easy.
Yeah.
The girls and I headed to the grocery store while Gary went to look for a place to park the dinghy. With our updated provisioning spreadsheet, the three of us were able to quickly check off all the items needed for the next 3 weeks.
We're all loaded up. It was so much easier with 4 people. Now we're gonna head back to the boat and unload all this stuff.
Tackling a big provisioning run takes at least 1 full day. Here's why. Not only do we have to buy everything, load and unload it, we also have to figure out where to put it all.
I don't know where we're gonna put all this stuff, but we'll find a way.
Not only do we get to play Tetris, but we also have to repack bulk items, double bag certain things, and with items like pasta, we like to add a couple bay leaves in the bag to keep the bugs away.
All right, I think we've got everything put away enough for now. We'll be moving stuff around for like the next few days. But anyway, it was a success and we got it all put away. So now we're gonna run them back to shore and start organizing so they have a place to put their stuff when they come to the boat full time. We'll be working.
If they haven't changed their minds yet.
Yeah, if they still decide they want to come with us.
There you go.
Yeah, maybe see you later. Our provisioning run went really well with Jelena and KK helping us. We were able to get everything put away pretty quickly. And now Gary and I are just trying to make some room for the girls and their backpacks. I don't know how we have all of this stuff on the boat. I thought we were like living as minimalist, but it turns out we still have a lot of things. All right, today we're gonna do our last provisioning run. So we're gonna head to the supermarket to grab some veggies and a couple last things. And then we'll be ready for the girls, I think.
Tomorrow we are leaving Bocas to start making our way down to Cologne to go through the canal. But first today we're gonna make one last trip to the recycling center. We've got all of our bags of cans and bottles from the last couple weeks. And we're gonna go drop them off, maybe help sort a little bit. And then we've gotta go finish our provisioning. So we got everything we need except for fruit and vegetables, as we like to wait until the last minute to get that stuff. So one last day here in Bocas Town, getting some last minute chores done, and then we're out.
Miguel climbed the tree outside for us so we can have coconut water. It's so hot here, so we really appreciate that. The guys are out here cutting them with the machete. Bye. Ciao. Oh, we just said goodbye to our Wasteless World friends.
Yeah, it's kind of sad saying goodbye to people that we've been hanging out with for the past month and a half. And we had a lot of fun with them. We got a lot of good work done at the recycling center. And the cleanup that we did was a super big success and we really enjoyed it. So it's tough to say goodbye as usual.
Yeah, it's always like one of the hardest things is once we start making friends and getting to know a place really well, it's time for us to go.
Leaving is the best part about this because we get to go to somewhere new, but it's also the worst part about traveling.
After we grabbed our veggies, we decided to stop for one last meal out in Bocas because we know we won't be eating out for a while. So as you know, we're heading to Cologne to get ready to transit the Panama Canal. And that means we'll have 4 people on board for about 3 weeks and 5 people on board for 1 week because we need crew to be able to transit the canal. So with that said, we shopped a little bit heavier than we normally would, and we bought a lot of veggies. So a few things I want to share with you guys. Things like potatoes, cabbage, carrots, onions, the root vegetables, they all stay good for quite a long time, at least a few weeks. But things like lettuce, tomatoes, what else? All of our fruits like mangoes, passion fruit, that stuff typically only lasts maybe a week out here. So we bought very little of that, just enough to get us through this first week. And now I am going to wash them with some water and a little bleach to get rid of any bugs or insects that might be on them. But yeah, look at the load we got. Tons of really good stuff. And there is one last thing that we do before we call provisioning finished. And now that the veggies are all washed, I'm gonna wash our bags because they get really gross out here transporting food, laying them on the dock, just basically they're drug everywhere with us. So before we put them away until our next provisioning run, they're gonna get some bucket laundry. All right, you guys, well, the sun is setting here in Bocas and we have a big day tomorrow, but we're really looking forward to picking up the girls tomorrow. I don't know if I would necessarily call them crew because we're going to be coexisting and working together as a team, but regardless, we're ready for our journeys to begin with the 2 of them.
Hey guys, this episode is sponsored by Epic Water Filters.
We've been using Epic Water Filters bottles throughout our travels for over a year now.
They also make a pitcher and a dispenser if you live a normal life and have a house with a big refrigerator.
Go check them out at epicwaterfilters.com and use promo code EPIC1LIFE for 20% off your order.
Cheers.
Good morning. All right, today is the day that we pick up Juliana and Kirsten, and they will be joining us for the next 3 weeks or so. Gary's throwing things. We're still trying to get the boat ready. We've been slacking. Hello, it's time. Are you ready?
Yeah, we think so. Let's start. Really excited.
It's time for us to go. They made it.
Bye,
Yay!
Ciao.
So we're gonna head over to Bocas Marine and get some fuel before we get on our way. Gary's pulling the anchor now. All right, so Bocas Marina does not have gas, they only have diesel. So I'm gonna take our jerry cans across the bay to the gas station. Well, Gary's getting the diesel.
Hola. Hey, you buying raw gas, right?
Solo gasolina. We're leaving Bocas, finally!
Bye, Bocas.
Because we had no wind to sail, we decided to drop anchor for the night only about 8 miles away.
Cheers! Our first anchorage.
The girls have never experienced life on anchor before, so to show them a few perks of this lifestyle, we jumped in to go for a snorkel.
All right, so we just had a really nice little sunset drinks at the El Clandestino. And actually we got a call from one of our friends from Wasteless Worlds, and he wants to join us sailing for a little while. So Gary's gonna go pick him up on the dinghy, and us girls are gonna go back and make dinner. But yeah, super good day. I hear them, they're here, it's here. Dinner's ready.
With 3 extra people on board, One Life was full of new energy and excitement.
Good morning. So we're here anchored in these mangroves, and this morning we woke up and everyone was already off the boat swimming, so it's super cool. I feel like Gary and I are so used to being out here sometimes that we take for granted just like swimming off the boat. But anyway, they're having a really good time, and Miguel joined us last night, and he will be sailing to Zapatillas with us today and then taking a water taxi back to Bocas probably on Sunday. They're already in the water! Good morning! So we were just sitting here after breakfast, and one of the locals came over and asked if we wanted to buy any coconuts. So they're $1 a piece, and I think they'll be good for maybe our sundowners later tonight. Are you guys ready yet?
I'm ready!
The wind was perfect for our short 10-mile sail to Zapatillas, so Gary showed everyone how we hoist our main while at anchor.
All right, we just put our mainsail up, and now Gary's telling them how we pull up the anchor. So we didn't do much explaining yesterday because we were kind of in a hurry to leave Bocas town, get fuel, and then get to our first anchorage for the night. So as we go, we will show them as much as possible. And I have to put, yep, so all the way down and then forward. And then once you're in forward, or once you're in reverse, you can use this one.
I'm not sure if it was the perfect conditions or the many smiles and laughs shared, but the vibe as One Life glided through the water was vivacious.
We're sailing! First time!
As we neared our anchorage for the day, we brought in the sails, and then it was time to chill. After a bit of snorkeling and sunset from the beach, it was time to head back to the boat to get ready for a new day.
It's a busy morning. We're making water. We have the generator on. KK's making breakfast. Miguel's reading.
Doing a lot of things at the same time.
Yeah. Jelena just went for a swim. Yay! That's awesome. It's so beautiful here. The water is so clear. Okay, it's time for our feast. But first, we're gonna introduce you to Miguel.
Hello guys, so my name is Miguel and I'm from Colombia, Medellin, Colombia. And no, thank you so much to you guys. It's really amazing what you're doing. And yeah, keep it up. I think it's awesome. And
What do you like? What did you like the most about your time, like out with us?
Well, I think everything. But I think the freedom that I can feel with you and the freedom that you can with this life.
Okay, should we eat?
Let's eat. Let's eat.
Ah! Have you made sushi before? First time.
Yeah. I don't like sushi so much, but
Ah.
but
There's a fish.
I will try it. It looks really good.
Before this, we never really considered sailing with people outside the visits from our family and close friends. To be able to share our home with these three has been an incredible experience, and we are so happy we decided to step outside our personal comfort zone and welcome them aboard.
Buena. Really good.
Join us next time as we sail to the remote island of Escudo de Veraguas, and the girls experience their first offshore passage.
Hey crew, thanks for watching.
A special thank you to our patrons who believe in us and help make these videos possible.
If you're interested in finding out how to support these productions, head over to our Patreon link in the description below.
Cheers, everyone.